Wow! I'm ready!
Where are you?
Going to DJ's in my car! Beat out! Woo!
Hello?
You gotta be smiling, you gotta be dancing, you gotta be shaking that ass!
What up, Ivan Drago?
Ooh, a little Drago drop. All right.
Welcome to the top 10, maybe even top 2 podcast on all of the interwebs. No need to fear. The Boken boys are here podcasting in your ear from the Square Mile City. Frank Sinatra's back door, not backyard, his back door, Hoboken, New Jersey.
Backdoor Frank.
Backdoor Frank. We are the Boken boys. I am your chubby friend Z, and to my right, as always, is the soft, silky, and smooth Bones.
What up, Chris? What up, C?
Hi.
It's a Memorial Day weekend. What's good?
A very cordial and happy DTS for MDW, FTW for all you fans out there, all you Squanimals, all you Belmar guys and gals.
B-E-L.
M-A-R. Woo!
Gotta be smiling.
Baby, so 4 years ago today, I was on Facebook. You know, they get that memories thing.
Yeah, I don't know where mine go. They're not there anymore. I think it deleted them all.
I thought I stopped getting notifications. For whatever reason, I clicked on it today, and it happened to be not clairvoyancy. Whatever. Coincidence.
This happens
whatever.
every year
Yeah.
for the past 4 years, yeah.
So I click on it. Beautiful. Bang, bang. My Facebook status from 4 years ago. In 24 hours, I'll be Parkway riding, music blasting, bar-aid drinking, smiling, dancing, and shaking my ass.
Shaking that ass.
I feel fucking old because that was only 4 years ago.
Yeah, that was only 4 years ago, and I felt 20 years younger that time. 20 fucking years younger.
I would love a time machine just to go back. Not even for maybe 8 years ago. Man, no, I would say 6 or 7 years ago. I feel like I was at my prime down the shore, health-wise, drinking-wise. I wasn't dead after I drank for 1 or 2 nights in a row. I think I had the stamina. I wasn't that fat.
You were on your way.
I was well on my way. I think it was in between my first really large phase and before my second really large phase. So I was in that middle period. Great stamina back then.
Oh, yeah. Was this during a Wednesday break? I think so. Or was this pre?
I think it was pre-Lindsay.
No.
25? Yeah. Yeah. It was probably in between one of the 400 times that we broke up.
Leave me alone! 2 o'clock in the morning, walking down Bloomfield Street. You're just screaming, leave me alone!
I like to be left. I'm not a confrontational person, Bones.
You were with her.
I like to be left alone, and sometimes people don't leave me alone.
No, she did not. Stage 5.
So this time of year always brings around the wonderful barrage of text messages from DJ's The Bar in Belmar.
Oh, yeah. Really excited to get a million texts from DJs when I'm not going this year. But I haven't stopped them. You've stopped them, right?
I stopped them.
Yeah, I just can't do it. But now, I mean, it's not even this time of year anymore. It is literally 24/7. Basically, except for December and January, they've got something going on at DJ's or at Harry's pool party.
Halfway to summer party.
Yeah. So actually, they have shit in fucking December.
4 months to DJs.
It's pretty crazy.
DJ Johnny Jones on the 1s and 2s.
I mean, I love DJs. They're fucking happy hour, free food, $3 beers.
DJs,
it was less. It was $2 beers. I feel like it was less.
If you showed the text message at the door, DJs gave you a free drink. If you went during the afternoon, they also gave you free food, which was the most disgusting buffet of all time.
I think it was pretty good, but we were also probably drunk when we went in to eat.
Like I said, we were 25, we were blackout drunk, and it was just something to put in our stomach. They had submarine sandwiches and shit like that.
It was plattered food. So
it was whatever they didn't sell probably the night before, and they just had to get rid of.
They don't serve food at
DJs.
I mean,
Friday,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It was probably
Sunday they do.
It was probably whatever was there during the week that they were like, well, we're either going to throw this out or give it to homeless people, or let's feed these assholes.
I don't think that's true because too many fucking people went to eat there. It was mobbed and everyone was eating. Like fucking healthy girls have been healthy
No,
like their
but
whole
they
lives.
served
They're
us
going-
the food they were gonna throw away that was gonna expire that they hadn't used yet.
I don't know if I agree with you.
Well, either way, it was not. Like,
It was delicious.
Didn't they have like they had a salad?
Oh yeah, never. What? Nobody touched the
They
salad.
had a salad, like a big bowl of
It's
salad.
Like, it's like they threw it out there because they had to.
Yeah,
Like,
like
they were just
oh,
like,
here's our
"Yeah,
healthy
we're gonna put
option
this out there."
It was definitely like an 8-foot hero, always cut up in this little pieces. Always a big ass thing of whatever pasta they felt like that day, which I think was probably whatever they made. That was
I
going
feel like
bad.
penne vodka was like a standard go-to.
There was always a ziti of some
yeah,
sort.
ziti was always there. It was
And
good though.
A chicken that was like the one thing I wouldn't eat if they like put out like a big tray of chicken because it was probably there for like 7 hours. The sternos were like never lit.
Hours.
Hours. But like I
Hours.
feel like the sternos were never lit, so it was just like cold salmonella being served to
Well,
everyone.
that's because you were going late. Any of those late times, like with like the last 30 minutes to an hour of it.
we would rush there to get the but
Yeah, because we were drinking outside and
you-
still hungover and like being like, all right, let's go to DJ's real quick.
you never knew if you were throwing up that night from the food you ate or the alcohol. So they had a perfect business model. They're like, we're just going to feed these guys, and who cares if they get sick later because they're getting sick from drinking anyway.
No, I don't throw up from drinking. Well, I do, but it's the next day, and that's when I don't eat. But
When you don't eat the slimy chicken with no sternos.
no. Do you remember we also used to go because you get the stamp, and then if you wanted to go at night,
You cut
it
the
was
line.
same. It was the same stamp. I think they've stopped that. I believe.
Well, that was the loophole.
Yeah, there was always
What better of a deal was? You go to a place at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they give you a free Red Bull vodka, they give you free lunch, and they stamp you so that later on you don't have to pay admission and you get to cut the front of the line.
It's pretty great.
And like, I mean, that was what we did every time.
That was same with Bar A. They didn't have the whole brunch deal, but if you went during the day,
I don't know if Bar A
yeah,
is
because you got the
same.
stamp and you got to literally cut the line. Didn't have to pay, or it was like $5 to get in during the day instead of like the $15 or whatever the fuck it was at night.
That might be right.
That was the longest line I've ever seen that moved faster than I've ever seen. For as many people as they didn't let in and would like stop.
Bar A's would snake like 6 blocks away, and 20 minutes later, you were inside.
It was less. It was just you were flying.
Conversely, the Parker House line snaked 6 blocks down the way, and you never got in.
yeah.
It took 4 hours to get in. If you didn't get to
I hated
Parker House before like 12 o'clock on Friday, you were fucked.
I
And
hated
even at
Parker
12, there was a line at Parker.
Hated it. I was not a fan.
Well,
I mean, I didn't hate it. Hated's a strong word. I hated waiting in line at that point. Like pretty much after like 23, I was like, all right, I want to make sure if this line doesn't move fast, I don't want to fucking be here. I want to be
yeah,
drinking.
you go somewhere else.
Yes.
So this brings up the age-old debate of Belmar versus Manasquan. So all you people out there that are from North Jersey or know people from New Jersey, et cetera, or have heard us bloviate about the Jersey Shore, this is one of the age-old debates, Belmar versus Manasquan. And we're gonna throw a little clip in here from our friend Little Mike, who who during my early days, I was a Belmar guy, and I switched over to Manasquan, and he had a
you were a bad
tough
friend.
take for me. He had a tough take for me.
My name's Chris, and I like Manasquan better than Belmar and my friends.
So
Taking it.
so that was Little Mike. Shout out Little Mike. So were you more of the Belmar or the Manasquan guy?
I'm a Belmar. I loved Bar A. I love Bar A. I don't know why, because I don't think I ever. I just got so drunk there, and I always like stumbled out at some point, and you lose everybody.
Ate a hot dog?
You lose everybody within 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, immediately.
Yeah, like you are just there. Everyone's gone. Some people want to go to one bar. Some people want to go fucking to another bar. Some people want to stay outside. The back area that you can never find your way out of if you're too drunk.
Oh yeah.
Like literally, there were times where I'm just standing there, just like,
Where are the exits? I
like-
can't get out.
I can't figure this out right now. But I loved it. And then walking back and trying to find your house that looks exactly like every other
house.
fucking house, and you've only been there, Memorial Day weekend, especially if you.
It's your first weekend.
Yeah, if you don't go to the same house every year, and it's a new house every year, and you're like, what the fuck? I got to ballpark this. You're walking through backyards like, is that our can jam sets? Is that our beer pong table? Maybe.
And it was only like usually a few blocks from wherever we were, so you didn't want to get into a cab or an Uber because it was like, all right, this is like a 4-block walk, but I still have no idea where I'm going.
No. Like, I don't know the address. I don't remember the address.
So Bar A, for those of you who've never been there, it is a bar down in Lake Como, technically, but basically Belmar.
No, it's Belmar.
It's basically got like 4 or 5 different types of bars. You have the boom boom room with all of the music going on. You have the live band room. You have that back room. You have the shot wheel area. You have all of the cabanas with the sand pits. You have the big horseshoe bar in the middle. Then you have the 2 side bars on either side. Am I missing anything?
No,
I think I covered everything. But
That's
it's a massive place that if you were from North Jersey at any point of your life over the last 25 years, you're going to run into someone that you know from North Jersey over the last 25 years down there. It's a very incestual place.
Do you remember? I think I was dating Sherry at this time.
Okay.
And remember, she didn't bring. She had the ID thing.
Ooh.
That's the hardest thing about Bar A is if you don't have a regular ID, if you have a duplicate, which just means
Or even an address change.
an address, like anything, they don't let you in. They're so strict.
You need a second form of
You
government
need a passport.
identification.
It's so absurd, but they've been doing it forever.
So if you have a New Jersey license that simply just has some like your address change because you moved, you need your passport with you also. It has to be a government ID. They're stricter than like TSA.
It is. I have gotten some things past TSA that I don't think I would get past Bar A security.
I mean,
I'm almost positive.
And I used to like anytime anyone visited from out of town, and I was like, well, we're going to go to Bar A Friday night, and I would send them the link because they had a link of all the things you needed. Basically,
if you were like New York, like you need 7 forms.
like
which
if you're
is
from out of state, yeah. So I sent the link. I was like, look, I don't care if you come to visit me. I don't care if you get in or not. This is what you have to do to get in.
And if you don't do it,
I will leave you. I will leave you. Bar A, I wanna have my bachelor party at Bar A. I want to get married at Bar A. I want the reception at Bar A. I want the priest, the whole 9 yards. I want
You can do that. They have
everything at Bar A.
It'll be in that back area that you get lost in, and then nobody
yeah.
can ever leave your wedding.
Ever.
It
is my favorite bar in the history of the world, but I am a Manasquan guy.
Bad fan, Chris.
I'd rather be in Manasquan than I would in Belmar. And I think the quality and depth of the Manasquan bar scene,
There's a lot of bars. They got a decent amount of bars.
and just even the general people that tend to be in Manasquan.
Manasquan's 10 minutes away.
Yeah, but Patterson is 10 minutes away from where I grew up. That doesn't mean that we're the same types of people. It just seemed to be Manasquan is a little bit less Guido and douchey, but it had plenty of Guido and douche. Manasquan had plenty of Guido and douche. Like the right
Sure.
amount, maybe a little too much for people that aren't used to it, but it was the right amount for me. Whereas like when you got to DJs, if you were at DJs after 7 o'clock, it was a weird scene.
Well, yeah, it's like what's the fuck is
It's
the
like
bar on
Karma.
first? No, what's the bar on? Yes,
Like the Shannon.
no, but that's not a Guido scene. The Shannon.
True. Yeah.
Where the dollar beer is. Green Rock.
Green
Rock. After dollar beer's in, when they start lifting the tables and the lights go down and the
wild.
TVs turn off and they start throwing napkins.
It gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think I've only been there like 3 or 4 times in my life at that point. Because it's so small and it's like, I don't want to be around all these people so close. I need an area to myself.
Yeah.
Bar A has that area.
Bar A has 5 areas.
It has that area to yourself.
A quick Green Rock tangent. I went to Green Rock on a Sunday with shout out Villa, and they at halftime of one of the games, they just brought out 2 midgets who like male midget strippers who were on the bar, just like thrusting on each other and thrusting on every girl at the bar. It was a wild scene. It was like Sunday at 2:30 in the afternoon, and you could have sworn you were like at a Vegas strip club, at 4 a.m. It was insane.
Yeah, they that sounds fun because I love. I think they prefer to be called little people now. Is that correct?
I don't care.
I feel like little people's worse than midgets, but
I agree.
I would have loved that. Like that's fantastic.
So, well,
We're going to debate Squan and Belmar.
so are you going to take the Belmar side?
I'm fully in on Belmar.
So the 3 things that I had to, I'll give you the rundown of the 3 bars that stick out from each one, and then you can go from there. From Belmar, I had obviously DJ's Bar A and Paul's Tavern, which was the Sunday bingo spot where Old Man George used to do bingo.
Oh, he was the fucking best. And it was only
only during usually the holidays.
Memorial Day
Yeah.
and Labor Day weekends at brunch on like Sunday.
Yes, correct.
It was only that day, and this old guy comes out and he talks about a lot of sex talk.
Well, we'll cue up the first one here. It's him getting ready to start a new game.
I'm going to shake my balls for the 4th time today.
So every time the new game started, George would say he was shaking his balls. This guy, just to paint the scene for you, I believe back in the day, like 20 years ago, he would do it every Sunday. But then it scaled down.
When he was like 80 years old.
Yeah. And he would just pound Bud Lights and do the games. He had, for every letter that came up, he had a joke or a story or a catchphrase that you would have memorized, basically, because it was a cult following. It was crazy. For example, he had one every time a certain letter came out with a certain number, and I'll let you just hear for yourself.
You guys are getting weak out there. I gotta know. Oh, 69.
So I've got an O.
69. And it was never 69.
No.
And we were there 4 years ago when it was 69.
The place would erupt like it was Game 7 and fucking Mickey Mantle just hit a walk-off grand slam in Game 7 of the World Series. The place would erupt. Yeah. Erupt.
And he would fuck with you too. He'd be like, 54.
Yeah. Or he'd give you, one number away, 68. Or he'd be like that lazy dog.
And then if you said you got bingo, because you're drinking the whole time too, and they had like $2 burgers too. I feel like
if you got there early, at like the $2 breakfast sandwiches, which led into $2 burgers,
yes,
and like dollar beers basically.
Yeah, and then if you got it wrong, you had to go around the entire bar, which was packed, and give every single person
a high five.
A high five.
Oh, and they played the asshole song, I believe.
They did play the asshole song.
I want to say there was a dildo involved too. Maybe you put like a dildo around your head too.
There was some
I want to say there was, or a dildo necklace
sex,
of some sort.
There was some, the purple hat?
Maybe.
The pink, or no, because I was wearing the pink hat, and he took that from me.
There was something going on with that.
Remember we all bought like fedoras?
Yes.
Or something, and he took the pink hat from me.
And he wore it. It was a great place. Yeah. So, anyway, back to the Belmar Squan. So that was the three best bars. Obviously, there's more bars in Belmar. There's more things to do. But those were the three. And then on the other side, you got Manasquan, just 10 minutes down the road. My three favorites, and I think the three best, the Osprey, Parker House, and Leggett's. Was Parker House Manasquan?
Yes.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yes. Parker House, Osprey, Leggett's. Leggett's was the daytime.
Leggett's was a great daytime spot.
Really great slushy drinks.
Big-ass rectangle bars, 900 TVs. Usually in the summer, there's like World Cup soccer and shit going on there. It's actually a pretty cool atmosphere.
Once every 4 years, yes, there is World Cup soccer.
Well, once every 2 years. Because the women play every 2 years.
Okay, well, I didn't know you were including women's soccer.
We have a good women's team.
Do they play anything but national soccer?
Yeah, there's a professional women's league.
No, there is not.
Yeah, there is.
Not in the U.S.
I think there is.
There is not.
It's probably just like 4 teams like the Arena Football
No,
League.
I can promise you there's not, because there used to be, and they did what they did to the AAF.
We'll look it
AAF, AFL, AAF
We'll look it
this
up.
year. No, I'm right.
So now the
non-European in here.
The Osprey had 2 parts to it. There was the left side was where the band would play, or the DJ, whatever, and it was a massive like just dance floor, really.
Yeah, it was fun.
With bars in the corners.
It wasn't like techno or like that. It was
No.
It was like they played
90s
rock.
yeah.
It was great.
And it was also the only one thing I do remember is a cell phone like dead zone. So if you lost someone, there was no cell phone service in there.
Oh, yeah.
You were screwed.
Yeah.
Like you had to just wade your way through the crowd and eventually pray to find someone.
Which if you're a Belmar guy and you got to go hang out with your stupid friends that are Squan people, then it's tough.
Yeah, you got to navigate.
Especially like pre-Uber. Oh,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
Oh, my God. The cabs were like, they were all there, but if you missed
got
the last
gouged.
cab, yeah, it was a lot. Once Uber came along, it was real nice.
The other side of Osprey was just like, like a bar.
It was a bar.
Less crowded, yeah. I don't really care about that. Fun fact about the Osprey, I was in the middle of the dance floor once, and it was crowded as fuck. And I was very, very drunk. And
very drunk.
I was dancing a storm up. I turned to my left.
Shaking that ass. Yeah.
Someone poked my eye, and my contact fell out onto the dance
I
floor.
remember that.
And I faced a moral dilemma. Do I somehow found, I don't know how, but I found the contact on the ground, and I looked around. I was like, this is going to take me at least 10 minutes to get back to the bathroom to put this contact in. I'm blind, so like I can't see. I couldn't take my other contact out. It would have been a nightmare.
Were you as blind as Fred? No.
Almost.
No,
not as bad. Like half.
No, that's not possible.
But it's bad. Like I see like objects. Like I'd have to be very close to you. So I said, do I take the 10-minute walk
That's
there?
how you end up in a threesome with two fat girls. I could see objects. I don't know. I thought there were two guys standing behind him. I didn't know that was them.
So it was either that and go to the bathroom and then try to find my way back. I was very drunk. It was getting late. Like there was no guarantee I would have ever met back up with my friends. So I put it in my mouth, the contact lens.
Oh, you put it in your mouth.
Spit it up real good.
Oh,
and threw it back in my eye. Okay. And I got pink eye 2 days later. Yeah. I think there was a direct correlation there.
Yep. That makes total sense because that floor is, all the floors are disgusting.
Everywhere disgusting.
I mean, what do you need? I mean, they do a good job of cleaning for the crowds they get every week.
Yeah, it's like Toads, like the Toads juice. That there's always like that layer of film on your shoes that is always going to be there.
Yeah.
No matter what. You didn't wear nice shoes to Osprey or Toads.
No, never. I didn't wear nice anything. Like I had the like shitty button downs, shitty jeans. And then like, so other than like Memorial Day and Labor Day, I don't really, never stayed Sunday. Like some people
Except
are like,
for
I'm
the
going to
Balls
stay.
Tavern days.
Yes. Well, that's the Memorial Day or Labor Day.
Yeah, true.
Because you have the next day off. And like, obviously, sometimes you stay and you go sit on the beach or go fucking eat and like do and chill. But then we had like friends like, like Mikey and Jay would stay and drink
all day Sunday.
And then drive back to northern Jersey or the city
morning.
And go to work Monday morning. On Monday morning, they would drive from down the shore.
Insane people.
That's crazy. That is crazy talk.
There's like one thing to take the train.
Oh, that's even. Oh.
It's not
rush
like
hour.
I've heard of people that do that, but like, and that's disgusting and miserable. But like, you're a bag of dicks on Monday if you do that. Like, you just feel like a bag of dicks.
I mean, I felt like a bag of dicks on Monday, no matter what.
True, but you felt even worse if you were
because we were getting down Friday night, sometimes Friday afternoon.
Yeah, you tried
drinking
to beat
our face off.
You tried to beat the Parker House Rush. Now Parker House, I heard, I believe the upstairs closed.
Really?
That's what I've been told.
That's because you know what Belmar did. They went in and they fucked that shit up. Said fuck your house.
The greatest drink down the shore, hands down, is the Spring Laker, which is served at Parker House. It is cocaine in a glass. It's some kind of Red Bull, vodka, orange juice with crack mixture, and it's...
Oh, remember when Red Bull actually put cocaine in there? They didn't get any...
I think they would put Four Loko in there, too. I don't know. It was... You had, like... They went down so easily, too, and they were just pure balls of energy and alcohol. You would be on your ass in, like, 5 of them, but you would just... I would have, like, 12, because you had no idea how much you were consuming.
Can I tell you a quick Four Loko story?
I love Four Loko.
So I've only drank one in my life.
Okay. The old Four Loko we're talking about, like OG Four Loko.
Yeah. I was 21 years old. I was working at a pyramid scheme company where I walked around and sold Nets tickets.
I remember you telling me about that.
And my coworker at the time, who lived technically in Hoboken, but he was across the bridge. I only remember this because he said, because this is pre-Uber, don't take the cab across the bridge. They jumped the price by like $15.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Just take it to the bridge. I told the cab that. He took it over the bridge. I'm like, I'm giving you $6. Like I said I would when you would stop over the other side of the bridge. Either way, so we've been drinking. We had drank after work. I went there, drank. We were like playing beer pong. And then he's like, oh, do you want a Four Loko? I was like, I've never had one. I don't know if I ever really desire to, but I guess I'll try it.
Do you remember what flavor it was?
No, that is not.
Was it the blue Windex color one?
No, if you ever poured them out, you would never drink them.
The blue one looked like Windex.
I mean,
like
the green one
Windex.
looked like the Simpsons, like line, like the
nuclear waste.
The nuclear waste, yes. So I drink it, and then we continue playing beer pong, drinking more, and then we go to the Squeeze.
Oh,
yes.
It's like a go-go / strip club.
No, it's a go-go bar.
It's topless only, right?
Yeah.
It's not even topless.
I'd like to ask our friend Kevin Dennis he has gone to the room upstairs. I watched him take bottles.
To the champagne room upstairs?
No, I watched him take bottles when nobody was paying attention from behind the bar, and he never got caught. I don't get it.
He's a crazy person.
So we go there, and so I don't remember any of this. I'm blacked out at this point. And my blackouts are different than yours, where I, don't act normal. And the bouncer goes, I can't let you in. You're too drunk. I was like, he's like, walk around the block and come back. So I walked around the block, and I guess on my way around the block, I pissed my pants. I don't remember that. And I go up to him, and he goes, did you piss your pants? And I must have just moaned, like just no idea what I was saying. And then I proceeded to throw up in my old coworker's bathroom, like profusely everywhere. And that was the last time I ever drank Four Loko.
Yeah, and apparently the only time.
Yeah, first and last. First time, last time.
It came out real hot in the streets senior year, I remember, because for spring break, that was like the drink of choice.
I didn't need that. I got drunk enough on everything else.
Oh, no, I know. But it was like the new thing. So we're like, yeah, we'll get some Four Lokos, because you drank like one of those and you felt great. You had two of them and you were dead.
You know, there are still establishments that have like old Four Lokos.
The original ones?
So the only way I know this, I saw a girl in Morristown, New Jersey.
For like $60.
She goes and buys 2 cases or Four Loko.
Oh.
And I'm like, and this guy went to like some back room. And I'm like, oh, well, this is
shady as
This
fuck.
is definitely some old Four Loko. This girl is going to be on the ground in an ambulance later tonight.
I'm not going to fact check it because we're BNN always and forever, but I want to say it was like 45% alcohol by volume.
Well, yeah, and it was like the way they mixed the caffeine with it made it that worse. It wasn't like they put anything crazy. It was just whatever they fucking mixed it with.
Yeah.
Made it like a very, very dangerous drug.
It was crack.
It wasn't crack. It was very dangerous. It was like
It was so great, though.
Yeah, whatever. All right. So we're done with the shore. Well, anyway, have fun this weekend.
To all of you people out there, remember, go to Manasquan.
Go to Belmar.
Not Belmar. Go to Manasquan.
Belmar you're going to DJ's.
In my car. BEL.
MAR. Woo! Woo!
A few quick things. I'm going to go into a few things real quick with you. I have an update on the Madison Beer Dear Society song. I've changed. I love it.
Yeah, the voice is great.
Absolutely love it. I've listened to it like 12 more times. I'm in love with it.
She just sounds awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah. And then when you also factor in what she looks like when she's singing that.
It helps.
Yeah. She just put Ariana Grande in a body bag with that song.
Dear Society by Madison Beer. Go on Spotify, download it. It's a banger.
Shout out Mad Beer.
Shout out Mad Beer. And then I told you guys I'd get back to you on the Carly Rae Jepsen update. I listened to the whole album in full many times. I'm going to go real quick. The best song, which happened to be her single, Party for One, easily the best one. A few more you need to go download. Now That I Found You, No Drug Like Me, I'll Be Your Girl,
So she's
Feels
gone
Right, Automatically in Love.
Okay, so she goes through a breakup, is single.
I don't even think she breaks up. I
No,
think
no,
she
just
just
if you repeat the list of how it goes, and then she gets into a relationship at the end of this whole album.
Oh.
Yeah, read through it. What you just said.
No, she falls in love.
Yeah, but it starts with Party for One.
No, I'll read you the progression. Julian, I Want You in My Room, Now That I Found You, No Drug Like Me, Everything He Needs, Happy Not Knowing, I'll Be Your Girl, Too Much, Feels Right, The Sound, Right Words, Wrong Time, Automatically in Love, Real Love.
What happened to Party for One?
That's the last one.
Okay, so
So
then
I guess she does get broken up.
She gets broken up with. So it's a progression of a relationship, which is awesome when you think about it. But Party for One, it's a banger. It's an absolute banger. She could start this off. She should redux Call Me Maybe to start it off, and then go into Julian, and then
end
go
with Party for One.
Yeah, that's like her. It's like a full relationship progression.
Absolutely great.
Yeah,
And
then
then
chills. Just think of it. That was really well done.
Right?
Great job, Carly Rae.
And then just one more chick thing I need to talk about. The Bachelorette was on Monday night. Just a couple quick things I need to go over.
Quick batch.
I need to catch you up because you don't watch the show, so I'll catch you up.
No, I'm loyal to my double shot ladies. Hashtag ECBC. What up, Darren? What up, Elashes? What up, Marissa?
Pro podcast of all those folks.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to put up a picture by picture. This guy, Jed, on the show is Johnny Bravo. Like, looks exactly like Johnny Bravo. He's a singer, and he might as well just be going, "Hua!" So there's that. Hannah is just like making out with everyone and getting like real sexual with people.
Is she like drunk the whole time?
No,
too?
she is by far the most like promiscuous bachelorette they've ever had on.
Really?
Yes, she was.
We should do like a redo slut bachelorette where it's you bang everybody, and whoever cannot get annoyed that you're banging everybody, that's the one you marry.
So she takes Luke the Born Again Christian's shirt off and is like hardcore making out with him.
With his shirt off.
Yes.
Just like sitting in like a back room at a chair.
Like on a side. And then Jed, Johnny Bravo, walks in and is like, well, this is awkward. His name is Jed. You know, a couple other things. Fred Willard was on the show real quick. He looks like he's dead. You know, like the old comedian. He like randomly shows up and does like spots on the show.
Okay.
He's like dying.
Okay.
Shout out Peter the Pilot. We just want Peter the Pilot to win, right? Peter the Pilot.
How about, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure, because Joe the Box King's gone, so definitely want him to win.
We don't like ABC, Always Be Cam. He's a loser.
His name's Always Be Cam?
His name is Cam, but he
Obviously.
says ABC, Always Be Cam all the time. He's terrible. Now, the last
I
one...
might actually have to watch this because I'm so angry right now.
There are a lot of good villains on this show.
Then I will be able to talk about how much I hate them.
And I'll give you the last thing a quick question. Luke says that he's starting to fall in love with Hannah. They're on the second episode. They've known each other for like maybe 48 hours. How soon is too soon? Because I say, I think this is too soon, especially in a house with 29 other guys. You're falling in love with this girl in 48 hours that you've spent maybe like 35 minutes with her. How soon is too soon?
Well, first off, that's too soon. I would say...
The born-again Christian, mind you.
Well, okay. Well, then... Oh, this is the guy...
The born-again
that
Christian.
used to have sex constantly?
He was a big pimp, and then he found God in the shower.
So maybe it's because... Has he made out with her yet?
He was the steamy massage guy with the shirt off.
Okay, so he has made out with her.
He was getting after it.
So he doesn't know, well, I don't think love means anything, but it's just a fucking crazy word. But he doesn't.
Awkward.
He doesn't know what's going on. Like, he has no fucking idea.
He's going to implode in the next probably few episodes, and this is why you need to watch it. It's going to be great, because he's like a roid head. It's going to be incredible.
I'll fucking watch it.
All right, so that's the chick corner that we had.
Okay.
A quick diet starts on Monday. This is going to be quick.
Ooh, it's Thursday.
It is. This episode's dropping Thursday for you guys.
Woo!
It's Wednesday, late Wednesday right now when we're recording. I have not cheated on my diet yet. I meal prepped on Monday, got everything out. I made a lot of meat and salad. I had a frozen fruit bar for dessert last night. What the fuck am I doing?
Well, first off, you had dessert. I haven't had dessert.
I had a frozen fruit bar. Do you know how there was like 40 calories in it? I usually eat a pint of ice cream when I want dessert.
Really? What are your shits like after a pint of ice cream?
Disgusting. Sunday night, though, I had the most epic race to midnight to get all the bad food in. I ate like 2 sausage and pepper sandwiches, half a bag of chips, a pint of ice cream, and then I threw down at least 25 cookies.
The Sunday rundown.
It was very sad.
It's like if you're up on a Sunday gambling, you're like, well, let me put all my money in. Because I can start next week on a high note.
Everything starts. And then last night or 2 nights ago, I was starving like late at night, and I had sunflower seeds instead of the slice of pizza that was in my freezer. Which leads me to say something to you and a PSA to everyone out there. Always have at least a half of a frozen pizza in your freezer. That's my public service announcement.
Like a frozen pizza or like a pizza that you bought that is now frozen?
A pizza that you bought that is now frozen.
Oh, yeah.
Always, from a restaurant. Always have at least a half of a pizza in there.
I have also mastered the reheating for a lot of different places. Like,
maybe the quick nuke into the toaster.
1 minute nuke, toaster oven. But I go from bake to broil.
Oh.
Because you go bottom, top.
Then toast.
Back to bake.
Oh. When does the toast come in?
Back to broil.
This is a lot of work.
And then back to toast.
That's a lot of work.
But it's fucking delicious.
I mean, yeah, everyone has their way to do pizza. That's
it only
very
takes,
intrusive.
I know, that's because I just sit there and stare at it, and when I can see it's
the bubbles are maybe starting to go,
then I just go
back.
down. I go back down because I need to get the crust. I want it to be equal.
Perfect.
And
you want to do it like you're in a pizza oven.
Yeah, I guess, but that's almost full. Well, I don't know. It depends on the type of oven, but yes.
So far, so good. I'll have to update you guys on Monday when I will inevitably fall off the horse probably tomorrow or today.
Definitely. All right, so we're going to do a quick carb on carb and then roll into a hypothetical call-on after this.
Ooh.
So my carb on carb for the day is a local Hoboken restaurant. You know O-Bagel, correct?
Love
Z?
O-Bagel.
Okay.
Long lines, though.
Well, depends on when you go.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah. Like, the normal breakfast hours are pretty tough.
The best is if you get it delivered. It's like a $10 or $15 minimum, and the amount of bagels you have to get is absurd.
Do bagels travel well?
Of course they do.
Breakfast sandwiches don't travel that well.
Sure they do. You wrap them in tin foil like any other fucking sandwich.
Yeah, but I always like.
That gets the cheese even meltier.
But I usually eat my breakfast sandwich within 5 minutes, even in the tinfoil. Like, what is 20 minutes of the tinfoil? Doesn't it get a little soggy?
No.
Less crispy?
Nope.
Like French fries, they get like real soggy?
Nope, not the same.
Okay.
Because bagel is the best type of bread and best way to eat a sandwich.
Don't even get me started.
That'll
be a debate for another day.
So O-Bagel does a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese.
Mm-hmm. What's the catch?
Inside of that, on top of the egg and cheese, or Taylor ham, before you put the top part of the bagel on, they put a big square hash brown on top.
Okay.
It looks like one of those McDonald's ones, which are outside of like a restaurant. Those are the best hash browns.
Oh, it's just pure grease.
But they're fucking awesome.
No, they're delicious.
They're fucking awesome. So here's the picture. I even zoomed in for you so you can see the two carbs there.
It looks delicious.
Oh, it is so good. The combination is so fucking good.
I will fully admit, in my younger years, I have eaten this in my younger years. But ever since the carb on carb became a mantra of mine,
I've been calling you out for it, basically.
Well, no, because I admitted this very willingly to everyone. Back in the day, in high school, I used to get the penne vodka slices. I used to do all that. I'd say like midway through college is when carb on carb completely stopped.
So let me throw this out there.
I would not do that sandwich. I would take the hash brown off, and I would eat the hash brown.
Let me throw this out there
separately.
You've in your older days, you've gained some weight.
I've gained weight at every point of my life.
You've gained an exceptional amount of weight in your older days.
Oh yeah, this is the second heaviest I've ever been.
Do you think by any chance it's because you stopped eating carb on carb?
That logic makes literally no sense.
No, it does, because you eat less because you're not constantly hungry because you have so many carbs in you at one time. You eat one meal with all the carbs on it, you're so full, you're not going to eat again until the next meal.
That's not even true, because I would eat way more back then.
All right, well,
I was just 22 and would play basketball every night and sweat. Now I just don't do that.
So you're saying you would eat this?
I would take the hash brown apart.
Oh, you can't, because it's underneath the cheese.
Okay. So then I could have a cheesy hash brown. What's wrong with that?
No, well, then you're ruining the Taylor ham.
All right, so I'll throw another piece of cheese on it.
I'm going to get you one where it is really melded in there. Maybe I'll deep fry it. What about a deep fried one of these without the hash brown in it?
No, you're allowed to deep fry things.
Like a deep fried burger?
Well, no, you can't like you're allowed to deep fry objects. Like a French fry is a fried potato, so that doesn't count.
This is the only way I'm going to get you. I'm going to have to buy a deep fryer.
Like frying a sandwich. I don't think.
Put 3 things on the table, and one of them is going to be carb on.
Well,
carb.
no. You could fry the sandwich, but as long as you don't batter the sandwich, then I'm okay with it. You could like I eat fried hot dogs all the time. Like you throw them in the fryer, but there's no batter on it, so that's
you mean
that's
a corn
fine.
dog?
No batter. Just like you put it in the deep fryer.
Okay.
That's not there's no batter though.
Okay.
Batter is what makes it.
Okay.
Ooh, and we have our hypothetical man today, Mike Porter, Mr. MP, on the line.
What's up, MP3?
buddy?
Hey guys, long time listener. How you doing?
Ooh, we love our fans.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Especially ones that we call by two
so
names.
I'm calling
first
it,
and
and I
last.
have a good hypothetical.
Ooh.
All right.
Chris, this one's going to be a very fun one for you as well.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. So, would you rather have carb on carb for lunch every day or Benny Tadino's every day for lunch for an entire year?
Thank you very much, Mike Porter.
And yeah.
We will deliberate right now.
Thanks, Mike. Great
All right,
call.
guys,
I really
enjoy
enjoyed
the day.
that.
Miss you all.
Bye.
So, carb on carb every day or eat the worst pizza in Hoboken every day for lunch.
For 1 year, 365 days.
What kind of carb on carb are we talking about?
I mean, it is anything that you say you wouldn't eat, you have to eat that. Like, you can't be throwing, like, you can't pull those loopholes. Like I've been saying, like, what, like, breading is carb. You can't be like, well, I'll just have breaded chicken. That doesn't count. It has to be like the sandwich I just showed you.
What about the Benedictino slice? Am I allowed to change toppings, or I have to have just the plain?
You have to have the plain, large, $3.25 fucking slice.
Am I allowed to recook the slice, or I have to eat it raw like they serve it?
No, you have to eat it whatever the way they serve it. Because that would be like if you had the carb choice, you could take the carbs off. That's not allowed.
We ate Benedictinos this weekend, actually. We ordered Benedictinos for the apartment.
We did. Fuck, I forgot about that.
You guys all ate it, and I put it into the toaster oven and reheated it because Benedictinos is always served raw.
I completely forgot we ate.
Oh, God.
I was thinking what we did there because then...
And, of course, we ordered mozzarella sticks.
Yes, the mott sticks, yes. And then you fell asleep in a monkey grappling... well, since I'm in this as well, I'm going to go carb on carb because I can't... Well, fuck. It's lunch every day.
You love Benedictinos.
I do, but I also love a lot of carb on carbs. So it's I'm limiting myself to just Benny's every day.
Well, what's something that you...
I'll have Benny's for dinner. I'm going to eat the carb on carb for lunch, and I'll eat Benny's every day for you for dinner. Or, I'll flip that. Benny's for lunch, carb on carb for dinner.
And then you look like me in 4 days.
No.
Yeah.
No. Because I'll just have one slice of Benny. I don't know, man. I eat terribly right now.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. If those are the two options, if I have to eat the raw Benedictinos, I would go carb on carb.
Woo! Got him.
I would go carb on carb.
Not truly a anti-carb on carb.
No, it's just if you said, hey, would you rather have this piece, this shit sandwich or carb on carb every day? I'm still a person. I have feelings. I'm going to eat the carb on carb.
So you'd prefer a...
Carb on carb is just so low on the list that I have so many other alternatives to eat. But if the only alternative was the worst pizza in Hoboken or a carb on carb every day for lunch, I think I would have to just put my ego and pride aside and eat the carb on carb.
Yeah, so you don't eat carb on carb because you're against it. You do it just for pride.
Both.
Yes. I'm sure on the side, when you're breaking your diet, you are eating carb on carb.
No. You'll never witness me.
No, I won't witness it.
I will never have that moment of weakness, but...
I'm going to get your coworkers to start videotaping you when you eat.
Never. Well, shout out MP. Thank you very much for the hypothetical.
Thanks, Mike. That was good. And we got Chris real quick there.
Terrible.
Yeah.
That's going to lead us into Scoot Talk.
Scoots.
This is
Scooter.
A personal favorite of yours, Bones.
It's a favorite of both of ours.
Correct. But they have now finally launched. The two companies' names are Uju and Lime, I believe, are the two companies. And the scooters are everywhere.
Yeah, I just saw my first, but I guess it's only been a day. Apparently, there were 3,000 rides yesterday. 3,000.
2,700 trips. BNN for you, by the way. 2,700 trips.
I round up
for
after
3,000 miles. That's what you read. 3,000 miles.
3,000 miles. It's 1 square mile.
I witnessed a lot of people today just joy. Literally, they were going up and down the streets. So I was going down the side streets of Hoboken, and I saw the same people who were going up and down the regular numbered streets.
But the Uju ones, they have a seat on them. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think those are more...
Perhaps.
I'm more in on the Uju than I am on the scoots.
People are flying around everywhere.
Yeah, this is like a South Park scene where it's going to end terribly.
I walked out of my apartment building
Somebody's
today.
going to get drilled.
And I walked out, I looked to my right, and I have maybe 10 feet before the fence kind of ends of the apartment building, and the sidewalk is there. I made eye contact with some guy who was screaming down the fucking street. And he had a look of terror on his face because he lives in my building, and he was trying to get the brake going. The brake wasn't going right away, and we were maybe 2 feet away from an epic disaster.
This is
It's going to end so poorly.
This is what's it called? What are those? The hoverboards, whatever they called them.
Oh, they banned those within 4 months.
So they said the scoots are not allowed on sidewalks, which the Uju makes sense because you're sitting, you're almost a car. You can literally just ride it down. It's like a regular scooter. Not a scooter, but like a Vespa style. The other ones are just standing. I just walk past them. I'm like, it's just a regular scooter.
They just leave them everywhere.
And they leave them everywhere.
I'll read you the rules from Chief Ken Ferranti, who has been very active on Twitter the last couple
Oh man,
days.
he's
very
because
active.
he's had a lot of fucking complaints.
Poor guy.
Probably from the stroller women that block the entire sidewalk and get angry when you like ask them to move out of the way outside of Anthony Davis.
There's a lot of angry people in Hoboken when it comes to pedestrian walkways in general. And now we're adding the wrench thrown into it.
Yeah.
But here are the rules.
They could extend the sidewalks just a little bit.
I mean, I guess.
They don't have enough room
The
for
streets
parking.
are already a
It's
disaster.
too tiny. It's just, okay, go ahead.
You're only allowed to use them in the street and in bike lanes with the flow of traffic, preferably with a helmet. Yeah, right.
Do they
Adherence.
provide helmets?
No.
Okay, so I have to
You're gonna
buy
bring
my
your own helmet,
I'm going to
yeah.
walk around with a fucking helmet. I can't bring this anywhere but Hoboken, so then I have to go to work with my helmet on if I'm
Correct.
going to the path, and I have to carry it back just to
And
get
then
on.
people are like, why do you have a helmet, Jim?
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, well, I'm a fucking loser. That's why.
You have to adhere to all the traffic laws. I already witnessed 4 people blowing stop signs today.
Oh my god, dude! There was a guy literally going down 13th, and it was crossing Park, and he was just on the sidewalk, flying down the sidewalk,
flying.
And then, like to miss a family, he stepped into the road and went to the other side of the sidewalk. It's going to end terribly. They're going to this little test run they're having should end now. It will end terribly.
You have to be mindful of all the cars, bikes, and pedestrians, be 18 years or older, and leave them in a safe location so elderly and children don't fall over them.
Here's a question: can you get a DUI on a scooter?
Next note I had. You can get a DUI on the scooter. Chief Ken Ferranti, which he used the term DWI. I like DUI better. I'm the authority on this, so.
Well, no, one of them is way
Driving
worse.
while intoxicated under the influence, whatever. They all just go into
No,
DUI
one of them
for me.
is way, way, way worse. Oh, you would know.
Yeah.
But
I use DUI to encompass all. It's a lot easier. But anyway.
they changed it at
yes,
some point.
you can. They are going to make
Which I
so
figured.
much goddamn fucking money
they
on
are.
Friday and Saturday nights in Hoboken, just pulling people over and being like, yo, you got a DUI.
This is good.
Or pay this. They're going to give an alternative ticket of like, give us $1,000 or you're getting a DUI.
This is good for day drinking, though, because they're never going to pull me over. I'm going to stay in the road.
It depends how douchey you look. If you look like you just brunched at Anthony David's and killed 4 bottles of wine, they're going to probably pull you over.
Well, I don't brunch at Anthony David's, and
mean,
it's
neither
only
do I.
because of, the crowds, because they do have great brunch.
Great brunch, but the line is terrible.
There's no line. It's just they block an entire sidewalk. I walked...
That's going to be a scooter disaster lane on Saturdays and Sundays.
How could it be a scooter disaster lane? They're not allowed on sidewalks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You have to be over a certain age, right, to ride them?
18.
18, yeah.
I walked my dog, shout out Carly Ray, down on the water today. There was just children all over them.
Yeah, of course.
Like everywhere. Like riding, they were like taking videos of each other, laughing.
And then when the cops like arrest that parent or give that parent a ticket, they will complain forever. And because they didn't know that you couldn't do that.
This is already like an unmitigated disaster, according to Twitter, because like the only people that complain to local police department Twitter are like people that actually. It's not like there's like bots out there that are trolling like Ken Ferranti's Twitter. It's real people in Hoboken that are pissed.
I like Ken. I've met Ken, unfortunately, but he's a nice guy. He's going through a lot. He probably was like, please don't put these in. And he's like, we already have enough issues with the fucking cars hitting everybody. We don't need these little dinky scooters that they're motorized. Like, people are going to drill into people. Cars are going to hit people. I say, I'm going to, over under July 1st of an Scoot accident.
Oh, way before that. There's going to be
It's a
one.
month.
There's going to be one
This weekend,
The
you think?
weekend after Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. See, I
There's
was
not
going to
that
say
many
if you
people in
can't-
Hoboken though.
Yes.
There's not many cars. There's less people. The first weekend, so
Which
like
wouldn't
that
you
first
say
weekend
that's
of June.
when people will be a little risky?
Yeah, but I don't know. The holiday weekend.
The other thing is you can only ride them on the street, so how do you leave them on the sidewalk? I'm not picking that shit up. I'm sure it's pretty heavy. It's got a nice big engine.
Yeah,
on the
that's a
bottom of
good
it.
point.
So I have to ride it onto the
How
sidewalk.
did you get it on the sidewalk? I was looking through Ken Ferranti's
It's
Twitter.
been blowing up today. City of Hoboken just been fucking retweeting everything.
There was a comment that said, saw a couple riding on the sidewalk this afternoon. Dude was dragging his dog down the block. To which someone else replied, and we thought a hot car was bad. Yikes. To which someone else replied, this is just like Twitter in a nutshell. Someone else responds, a councilwoman from Hoboken, hot car for dogs is bad. Dogs can die within 15 minutes in a hot car left directly in the sun.
But dragging them down the street, they can't die. They're they're superhuman when dragged down the street.
There's already a Twitter account called Bad Scooterists of Hoboken.
Really?
They've tweeted out 1,300 times, but I was looking back. There is a lot from
because
bicycles from back in the day. But
I mean, the bicycles are
they
still
were
going on.
real hot already, with like a few hundred tweets about the scooters.
So, like, I will say the delivery guys are very good on a bike on a sidewalk. They should be allowed because they get out of the way. They get out of the way. They know how to stop, and like parents and kids, you can't ride bikes, and you can't if you're under the age of 20. Actually, you just can't ride bikes in Hoboken if you're not a delivery guy.
I can't anyway. So.
Well, I know you can't swim, ride a bike, skate.
That's because I'm awesome.
That's right. Yeah. So I think this. I mean, I'm gonna say over. And I'm gonna say it's July 4th weekend or whenever that is.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna take the under. We'll do another drink bet on this one. The first car to scooter accident is what we're referring to, or what are we referring to?
Any like scooter on scooter, scooter on human.
Oh, I'll take before July 4th. I'll put 5 drinks on it.
Okay,
That's how sure I am. 5 drinks that there will be an accident before July 4th involving a scooter in Hoboken.
So you'll give me 2-1 odds?
No. It's just 5 drinks.
Okay.
Even bet. You set the date already. You said it was going to be July 4th.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'll take before, you take after.
I'm taking after.
That's a deal.
Okay, done. Bang.
So we will update you on the scooter progress and the poop progress.
But what I was going to say about the non-DUI thing, because there will be a night when there's a scooter right outside of like McSwiggin's, and I'm like,
You're
going to want an
do it.
Uber, and I'm like, fuck it, and I'll just get it, and I'm going to be the person that breaks that. I'm going to owe you 5 drinks the next day. I'm
going to bail you out of jail, and then you're going to
I have to bring you.
You're going to high five me, and then
and then
give
go
me
right to
5
the bar.
drinks.
Yes. Okay.
So we'll give you the scoot updates as they occur. We can go now into a quick word of the day.
Ooh.
There was several options. You chose option 1.
Several's a strong word. I had 2 choices, and then it was option 1 or 2. I said 3. He
I
said
had
no,
more, but
only 2.
I limited it to 1 and 2.
Okay, go ahead.
The word is belly button rape. There's 2 different definitions, and they both have a common theme, which is why I picked this one. So,
okay, I'm excited.
definition 1: to put your finger in someone's belly button for more than 8 seconds.
Whoa, 8.
It
Hold
is
on,
then.
I'm doing it right now.
Go ahead. Are you raping your own belly button as we speak?
After 3, it's weird for myself. Like now, like the lint's gone, and I'm just playing around my belly button. But go ahead.
By the way, shout out Joe Gervino. Shout out Joey Jerv. He is the guy who always flicks his belly button. Shout out Joey Jerv. Anyway, for more than
He's
8
got an innie.
seconds,
It's a nice belly button.
it is then classified as rape. You put your finger, here's the sentence. You put your finger in my belly button for 12 seconds. That counts as belly button rape. Well, that's just the definition.
Yeah, that is like
I don't know
that's
why.
a terrible sentence.
Definition 2. When you forcefully put your penis in someone's belly button and ejaculate for more than 8 seconds.
Well, first off, who's ejaculating for more than 8 seconds?
So many questions I have. First of
Second
all,
off, how can you fit your penis in there? Maybe the
back it up. These are 2 different people. How do 2 people both decide that rape inside of the belly button, whether finger
It's 8
or
seconds.
penis, is 8 seconds?
It's probably the same person.
No, different handles.
It might have been his friend, and he was just like
8 years apart.
8 years
8 years apart, the definitions.
No.
I thought about all this. Why is 8 seconds rape? Why is 8 seconds the threshold for rape? Is that a threshold for all rapes or just belly button rapes? Because
No,
if you put your dick in someone for 1 second, that's rape in real life.
Yeah. I mean, rape is very quick in real life.
Why is the belly button 7 seconds more okay to rape? Is the question I have.
Well, I'm first off, Pillsbury Doughboy, you can do at least 1 push, which is a second. So you get 1 second. After that, I don't know.
There is a very big difference between a joke finger in the belly button and rape, and it's not 8 seconds. It is immediately.
That means our friend Joe has raped me at least 12 times with the amount of times
Yeah.
he's put his
Has
not
he done
Trevino.
the full 8? Val's husband.
Yes.
Has he done it the full 8 seconds, though? Like, no one does it.
definitely.
8 seconds to
is
linger.
weird. That's like you're just sitting on the couch and the other person's asleep and you're just...
Yeah.
Like,
That's
is there
weird.
any movement or is it like Mormon soaking? There's
I don't
only-
know.
is
The definition did not
Because what if it's-
specify the amount of movement.
because at
for the
4
rape.
seconds with a twirl, that's got to be rape. Like you twirl around.
I think we might have to add a third definition
we could bring it down 4 seconds
with movement.
with movement.
But also,
Because that's just Mormon soaking in a belly button is what that is. If
Correct.
you're just putting your finger in there and not moving, that's a Mormon soaked belly button rape.
and the thing that I
Now we can
had,
add 2 definitions.
you brought this up first, and we got to circle back to it. do you ejaculate for the full 8 seconds? Like that was your first comment. That was the first thing I thought of.
I don't think I've ever. Let me think about this.
8 seconds ejaculating?
1, 2. No, not possible. That was right. You need a breath. That was pretty impressive.
I think that was 8 seconds. It might not have. That might have been like 4.
I thought you were going to pass out for a second.
I'm very lightheaded because I'm so fat.
I was going to say.
Bro, who comes for 8 seconds? And in a belly button?
That's got to be like.
It's all over the place. It's not that deep.
I've never come for 8 seconds, and that's got to be like you have the celery challenge.
Oh,
where you only
God.
eat celery for a week.
We need to do that. Like, actually,
Can you
do it.
die or something?
Someone apparently did die. Can you explain the celery challenge?
Well, it's you literally eat celery and only celery, like celery and water for what, like a week or something, like an absurd amount of time, and then you go have sex or jerk off, and the amount of cum that comes out of you is like an unmentionable amount. Like it is like an uncontrollable. I think that's
You
the
go
8 seconds.
blind.
Yeah, like you can literally.
This,
like,
when
your
people
body
said you
like,
go blind from masturbating, they were referring to the celery
the
challenge.
celery challenge. I don't know if it's a challenge or like a death wish. It's like playing Russian roulette, but with really delicious vegetables and I don't know, are they fruit? They're vegetables and cum.
Well, that was our word of the day: belly button rape.
We talk a lot about cum. I just want to throw that out there. We've had a bukkake.
Bukkake? A bukkake?
Well, I mean, I'm pronouncing it like the people who created it would. Bukkake.
Well, I'll tell you what. The people who do belly button rape wear Jerusalem cruisers.
Jerusalem cruisers.
Fact.
Yeah.
We would be remiss if we didn't get into just a quick little Game of Thrones. It ended on Sunday. What were your thoughts?
Bran, whatever the fuck his name is, a little
Bran.
twat,
Yeah.
goes from only speaking in euphemisms for like 4 straight seasons for the like 3
Three-eyed
episodes
raven.
he's in, and then all of a sudden he's just like a dick king. He's like, I didn't want to be king, Tyrion, but you will, just like you don't want to be the hand, so you will be the hand.
And the last, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last three-eyed raven lived for like 1,000 years. Do they now have a king, Bran, who's going to live for 1,000 years?
No, they'll make another series and they'll kill him.
But he can't be killed. He knows everything that's going to happen. He's all wise and all
He
knowing.
knows everything that did happen, that is going to happen.
Yeah, but it's okay. Well, he can just put a
basically
raven everywhere and see a plot to kill him.
The only thing I can think here is you make a movie where he wargs into the dragon and he just never leaves the dragon and just kills anybody that tries to kill him.
I mean, I would do that.
That would be a boss move. Like, oh, you thought I was going to be the good king? Nobody's a good fucking king. There shouldn't be a king. And then he just murders everybody.
That would be kind of cool. He would be the new Night King.
Yeah. I thought I thought the Jon Snow or Jon Targaryen or whatever his name, Aegon or Aedion or whatever the fuck his Targaryen name is, the killing of Dany was quite interesting. Tyrion convinced him in about 12 seconds to go kill the person he loved.
The show is so rushed.
12 seconds. Like, just make episode 7. You can do this all.
That's my queen. That's my queen, Dany.
You'll be my queen forever.
Dany.
And I love you forever.
Dany, I'm sorry. I love you.
Love you. And then he just stabs her, and she dies very quickly from a stab wound.
Yeah.
Like, instantly. And then the dragon doesn't kill him.
She can't be burned alive, but a quick stab kills her.
A quick stab. Well, Night King, quick stab. She was the Night Queen.
True.
Just figured something out there. Fuck. Dang. What'd you think, Chris?
Well,
Z.
I have a lot of
I'm
questions.
gonna just keep saying Z. Z.
What is the point of the Night's Watch? That's where Jon gets sent to? What the fuck is the point of the Night's Watch?
Well,
There's no enemies.
He left.
No, I get it, but that was his punishment. We're going to put it. Why is there Night's Watch? The wall, how is the wall built already? Did Donald Trump get involved and build the wall right away?
So they built the wall 1,000 years ago when they killed.
Yeah, the
Night
wall
King?
was
then
rebuilt.
But then there was another night. No, the wall wasn't rebuilt.
I thought it was rebuilt in the last scene.
No, he was just.
They went
walking.
out the gate. Why'd they go out the gate?
I guess.
Why didn't they just go through the fucking broken wall?
I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking things that they.
But
rushed.
why the Night's Watch? There's no White Walkers. They're friends with the Wildlings. He's going to live
just
with them.
because they said there will always be outcasts and degenerates and people that shouldn't be in normal society. They basically send him to jail, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to go hang out with the wildlings in the true north.
He's going to go find a new egret.
And everyone talked about this. Sansa just basically saying Bran doesn't have a dick and can't use his dick.
Bran the Broken. They're going to call the king of their land Bran the Broken.
Baby.
He's useless. And fuck Las Vegas. They had him at minus 500. They must have fucking known something. Fuck you, Vegas.
Do you know?
Fuck you, Las Vegas.
Whoa. So I said this. Actually, nobody won the throne. There is no throne.
He's technically... that's right. Because
there is no throne.
In a moment of, I guess, symbolism, the dragon burns down
there's
the
been
Iron
like a bunch
Throne.
of fucking stupid rumors like, the dragon thought she sat on the throne and stabbed herself to death, basically.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah. And then the dragon knew, Jon was good, and he did it for good reasons, because I guess the dragon is very smart, and he just, instead of trying to kill him, or
he flies away.
Why doesn't the dragon eat anybody? I feel like
he just burns.
He just burns. Just eat someone.
You're face to face with Jon. You know he can't be burned. You just fucking swat him. But all these people have these fucking powers and they don't use them. Bran can see everything. He can warg and shit, and he just sits in a goddamn chair. Arya's a fucking faceless killer. She can basically morph into any goddamn person she wants, sneak in, and be a murderer. And all of a sudden, she's Vasco da Gama and just go and eat west or whatever. What the fuck? Why?
Luckily, we never have to watch it again, so that's it.
They're going to fucking milk the shit out of this. You'd be stupid if you don't think there's going to be a spin-off of Arya going west and a prequel. And Jon and Dany, I love you, Dany. Oh!
There's already the prequel that they're making. Arya is played by a load of cum. And there's going to be a movie. I don't think they're going to do anything past it. They're just going to drop a movie, 3.5 hours long. Like fucking, remember, you ever see like Master and Commander with Russell Crowe? It was so fucking boring and long. That's what that's going to be.
Awful.
Yeah, it's just basically Russell Crowe on a boat for 3 hours, and then there's like one battle scene and it ends.
Tyrion went from being captured to picking the king in a 90-second speech. He was a prisoner, and then he picked the king.
Well, the Queen's dead.
He was the prisoner, and then picked the king in 90 seconds.
And they all trusted him, and they all also
Why
hated him.
is Grey Worm so fucking powerful, too? Who gives a fuck about Grey Worm? No one cares about Grey Worm. His queen is dead. He's just a fucking army captain of an army they sent away to another part of the world that doesn't matter.
He went to where Missandei's from.
Yeah. No one cares about them anywhere.
North.
They're over there.
He went to like one of the dirtiest, disgusting places on earth. He was like, I want to go there.
Jon Snow killed his queen. He was decapitating people in the middle of the street for being on the other side. Jon Snow kills his queen, and what does he do? I'm going to put you in chains and lock you away. That's fucking unbelievable. I'm sorry.
You know, it'd be really, really interesting is if George R.R. Martin just died because of how terrible it was.
He just had a heart attack.
Yeah, he was like,
Joe Paterno'd it.
He was like, this is not what I was going for at fucking all. Fuck you guys. You ruined the last fucking season. It was like, you ruined my books. You ruined like the first 5 seasons were all books.
Correct.
And then everything else after was like, let's just movie this the fuck up.
They had Samuel Tarly come out and give the book, and it was called The Song of Ice and Fire. Fuck you. Fuck you.
And Tyrion wasn't in it.
Fuck you.
Oh, no, that is what it's.
I was happy for two people, and that was the only thing I was happy for. I was happy for Sansa being like, you know what? You are a loser, my younger brother.
She hates everybody.
I'm going to take Winterfell, and you're not fucking stopping me. And two, Bronn being on the council at the end was just kind of cool. I just love Bronn. He was like the coolest character on the show.
Yeah, he was great.
Good. All right, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, and he got, thank God, one of the Lannisters survived, right? Because he wouldn't have had anything.
And also, one more thing. Why do they need a Master of Whispers, as they were going to look for at the end, when they have fucking Bran, who can see everything? He knows everything. He could be a raven everywhere. What do you need a whisper for? You don't.
I don't know. It's fucking stupid.
And then the king's like, all right, I'm going to go find the dragon. I'll see you later. What? Fuck the ending of that show. I feel
like
terrible.
Having a cabinet member, like, that's not is
He's
meaningless.
The king!
No, but it's like having a cabinet member.
Like the Department of Education.
Yeah,
head.
meaningless.
But he's the king instead. It's like if the president was only responsible for like the environment.
Yeah. What's
like Bernie Sanders' wet dream?
Trump just named someone Secretary of the Air Force?
I thought it was the Space Force.
Oh, fuck. Did I read that wrong? I thought it was
Could
the
be.
Air
I
Force.
thought it was the space. I don't
Whatever.
know. I could have read it.
Sorry, tangent. Okay, done with Game of Thrones. It's over. I
will say
you blew the last fucking season.
My
Thank you.
episode 7 prophecy looks like it's done. I don't think they will drop an episode 7 anymore.
Well, we would have heard about it.
No, I think they still could have. If they would have left it somewhat open-ended, there could have been hope.
I didn't even watch.
There's not open-ended at all.
I didn't
They closed
watch
up every loophole in a terrible
After
way.
the last second, I've just turned it off. I didn't even want to see anything after that.
Terrible.
I mean, what I go? I immediately turned on Barry. If you haven't watched Barry, it's fucking
I'm going to
awesome.
go watch the whole first season now.
Yeah.
Second season.
Bill Hader is hysterical. Continue.
I'm done. Fuck this show.
Okay, yeah, fuck that. Well, wait, real quick. I know we're just going to the next segment. At least Sopranos isn't the worst ending. Consider the worst ending. In
No, this is
HBO
by
series.
far now the worst ending.
No, by far.
Everyone was pissed.
Sopranos, nobody will even talk about anymore. It's like, oh, Sopranos, like, did you see Thrones? No, okay, yeah, that's the worst.
Sopranos at least gave you a shitty cliffhanger. Thrones,
No, it was a good I liked it.
well,
Anyway,
they gave you a
go ahead.
cliffhanger at least. Thrones just fucking they raped your mouth. They raped your belly button, and then they did it for more than 8 seconds. They did it for 8 seasons.
They really did. They really fucking did. George R. R. Martin being like fat and like, whatever. Go ahead. Sorry. New
So
segment.
today is Thursday. The pod's dropping, and it is JERZDAY.
Ooh.
So we got a shout out, double shot of love. Shout out to
Second,
ECBC.
It's the double shout. It's the second shout out. Weird, right?
double shout out for the double shot
Yeah.
of love for the crew, ACBC crew.
Yeah.
Pro Darren podcast, Pro Marissa podcast,
Pro B Lashes.
Pro B Lashes podcast.
I saw on
We
B.
pray you go one more week at least.
B Lash's Instagram that someone asked her what's your actual last name, and she goes Lashes, and that was her response. And you can't find her actual last name anywhere, really. She's done a very good job of keeping that off.
I love the
media.
anonymity part of
Yeah.
it. And shout out to Darren and B Lashes for commenting on our podcasts. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah, and sharing it. That was nice.
Very nice of you guys. We are pulling for you, and like we said, we want, if you do lose or get eliminated, which obviously you know already because it happened in real life, but if you do, we will petition MTV to get you your own double shot of love show.
And if you want, we'll put a hit on Nikki for you.
All right, we got a few quick hitters. That was a weird sound.
It always does that every once in a while.
So, first one up, 17-year-old graduated from Harvard after 11 days.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
So the only way this is possible, I don't even have to read the article, is he took so many fucking nerd AP classes all in high school.
And some other, he took classes
Like
on the
he
side,
did like
too.
internships and like he did these things. So he had so many credits that literally he just had to show up and go to graduation.
He was somehow like a part-time student in high school.
Yep. That is a thing.
And he showed up basically I guess did a seminar and graduated.
Yep.
He looked like such a douche too.
Yeah.
He was such a douche. I hate people like that.
I think, so what, he was 17?
17.
Okay. Yeah.
11-day graduation.
If you were that fucking smart, then why
do
didn't
you
you go
need the
earlier?
degree? Why do you need the degree?
Yeah. You remember Smart Guy on Disney Channel?
I do not.
Oh, okay. He's a smart guy.
The song doesn't help me remember.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to move on from that then. He went to college early. Like he was like 9.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That's
he went to
more acceptable.
Yeah. Then you're going to go in for the normal time period. Like you're way too smart for everything else.
At least spend 2 or 3 years there.
But I think the thing is like, I was just thinking of a kid in Quinnipiac that used to call himself the Curve Killer.
Who?
I won't bring it up yet. Hold on, I got to think of his name. But at least a lot of the point of college is like experiencing life, not
Correct.
just getting your fucking degree and walking out.
Move out of your house,
This kid,
try to learn a specialty, and be an adult.
3 scenarios for his life. Next Jeff
CEO
Bezos,
of
like,
IBM,
yeah, something like
yeah.
that. 2, murderer, like serial killer.
Yes. Thinks he's so smart he can go around the law kind of thing.
3, rapist, like serial
So
rapist.
also,
So he's either a rapist or murderer
there's
or
a
he's a CEO.
66% chance this kid ends up in jail getting belly button raped.
Or all right, I'll take out one of them. I'll take out rapist. I would say he could also be a heavy drug addict because he's going to get to like corporate worlds and he's going to go out. And he's going to have his first drink and like go out
and
with
just
people.
go off the deep end.
Yep, and he's just done, and that's
Yeah.
it. Like he's like, I've never experienced any of this before.
What is this beer you speak of?
Yeah, what is this white beautiful powder in front of my face?
The nectar of the gods. All right, next
Fuck that kid.
Next up, In Japan, they have a new anti-groping app that says "Stop it."
Stop it.
Out loud every time someone gets too close, or it's basically their version of a rape whistle. And of course, Japan can't have a rape whistle because they have to be technological about it. So they have an app now that yells at people.
How does this work? If anybody gets close to someone, so like basically,
I didn't read the article.
Okay, so I'm going to go off with basically women decide on going out at a certain night. I don't know how the Japanese really go out. Women decide on like, hey, tonight we're just hanging out with us chicks tonight. If anyone comes close to us, like we're going to make sure that if anyone is within like a 3-inch radius, anyone tries to touch us, this goes off.
Question.
Yeah.
How do they know a penis is coming near them if it's always blurred out? Because Asian penises are always blurred out.
That's blur. The
That's
blur
a
is
fact.
to make them look bigger. That's what that's
a
for.
fact.
It's the blurs for the
How do you know it's
size.
coming at you if it's always blurred out?
How do you know what's coming at you?
But just leave it to the Japanese, though, to be like, all right, we're going to take the rape whistle, throw it away, and we're going to use your phone to do it. Terrible.
But does that mean like she has to take it out and like press this button?
She's probably got it like in her hand, like because your phone's always in your hand, and you probably just like, you just hit the button. It's always there. It's probably like on your home screen. Just hit the button.
like,
And it goes, get off me, Hans!
oh, very sneaky, Hans.
I'm going to take that wall down! Fucking Mongolians!
Goddamn Mongolians, stop breaking down my sheer wall.
It actually sends a sniper call out if it's a Mongolian that touches you. True fact. All right.
Yeah, fuck that. Asians are weird.
Next one. A French town is offering free Viagra to any couple who will move there in a bid to boost their local birth rate. And we don't have to get into that if you don't want to. The question I have for you, Bones.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
if you
you
need
can.
Viagra, just real quick, then you go there.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah. If you just want to be like, if you need Viagra and you're, but they have like socialist medicine, so everything's free. So you don't need free Viagra. Really.
That's true.
It's probably
We're-
like $1.
Yeah, it's probably like the worst town in France. Anyway, continue. What was your question?
It's also just going to be like a swinger's paradise, I guess, which is kind of weird. But anyway,
Yeah.
the question
Everyone's
I have
gonna be
for
rock
you,
hard. People are just walking around the street just with massive boners walking around. Okay.
all right, so say a town was offering you free homes. Like, this is kind of the shit they did basically after World War II.
They did this in Detroit recently too to get people to go to Detroit.
live there.
Yeah, they were like, "Come and we'll pay you to
live
fucking
here."
live in this house that's been run down and filled with crackheads for 3 years." Okay,
So
continue.
all right, so the mayor of Hoboken gives you a free house in Hoboken.
Okay.
We'll just say it's the same town we live in. So free house in Hoboken.
Okay.
The catch is you have to commute from the house that you're given for free every single day. You can't work from home and you can't sell the house or anything. You have to live in that house for the rest of your life while you work. What is the most amount of time you'd be willing to commute for the free house? Every single day.
Can I commute in any which way that I choose, or is it like the normal commuting? That
It doesn't matter which way you go. It takes
So I can take a
that amount
helicopter?
of time.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to get in a helicopter, it's still going to take, let's say, the most amount of time will be 2 hours or 3 hours, you're going to say, or 4 hours, whatever it is. Whatever, it doesn't matter what mode of transportation. You are always...
Can I choose my job?
You have the same job.
Okay.
You have the exact same life. Everything's the same, but you have to live in that house. You could get promoted and stuff, and you could move to a different company, but your commute will always be the same no matter what it is, no matter what the longest you'll choose would be.
Realistically,
How much is the house worth to your health and well-being in a commute basis?
is this like a brand new, like brownstone, like redid everything in Hoboken?
Your house will, in perpetuity, be the same for the rest of your life, too. Like, it'll just be a pretty good house. It'll never really break down. It'll just be like a normal house, an average house.
It's never going to give me up.
It's never going to let you down. What is the longest you would commute?
Honestly, I've done the commuting for over like an hour, and that's tough. I guess 2 hours, like 3 hours maybe. Free house, 3 hours. Fuck it. 3 hours is a lot. That's 6
So-
hours of commuting.
so
every
it-
3 hours each way is what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
6 hours a day
Correct.
is gone.
Correct.
And
Regular
then I'm
Monday to
at-
Friday, 9 to 5.
So I'm already at 14 hours by the time
We'll
I
go
step-
door to door. You leave at 6, you get there at 9, you leave at 5, you're back at 8.
So then I have to wake up at 5. So I wake up at 5. I'm back home.
at 8 p.m.
Yeah. So I'm already at 13.
5. Yeah, you have 4
14,
and 9 hours left of your day.
Yeah, and realistically, I'm going to be so dead unless I sleep both ways.
Well, let's make the stipulation you have to drive then.
I have
you
to drive?
you have to be awake because I don't want that loophole.
Oh, why?
Well,
You said
'cause
any form of transportation.
Correct, but you have to. All right, so you're
So I have to
driving the
drive.
helicopter or you're conducting
Do I
the
have to
train.
sit in traffic? Do I have to sit in traffic?
A normal amount of traffic.
A
for
normal
3
fucking
hours.
amount of traffic in this area?
You're in traffic for a half hour out of the 3 hours.
No, I won't be. Depending on where I'm going. So I'm basically almost in Boston if I'm driving from here.
You're going to sit in heavy traffic for a half hour, light traffic for 30 minutes.
No, because
and no traffic for 2 hours.
If I'm driving through Connecticut,
This is the hypothetical situation, Bones.
3 hours.
So if Ravi Bala tomorrow offered you a house in Hoboken for free, and he said that your commute would be 3 hours and 1 minute, you're saying no then?
Okay, 3 hours, 1 minute.
What about 3 hours and 2 minutes?
No, fuck you. 3 hours. No, because he will never do that because he was
3 hours and 1 minute
he
is
was
the most
so
you would
cocky
commute.
about offering people free garbage cans and garbage bags that he'll never give a free house. So
I think you're crazy with the 3 hours. I would
it is a lot, man.
for a
If I can't sleep,
an
then
hour.
I guess 2. Then I
My
guess
max is
2.
an hour. My max is an
2.
hour. I would never
2.
go over an hour.
2.
Commuting sucks.
I would have performance enhancers to get me through the day. I'd have to take a lot more.
All right, that's all we got for quick hitters. I think that wraps up the MDW DTS
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
show. Smiling Dad is shaking that ass. Any shout outs, Bones?
To DJs, to Bar A, to Paul's.
To George.
To
I don't know
George.
if he's alive still.
I hope he's still alive. I'm pretty sure. Fuck. I'll have to look this up. To George. Always shaking those balls again.
Loves shaking his balls.
If you're dead, which we'll say you're dead for this story.
I've got an O. 69.
Woo! And then anti shout out to Manasquan.
Boo.
Shout out to our friend Sly Guy for hooking it up with the sounds clips, which were live. I don't know where he saved them. This was from 4 years ago, and he saved all of these sound clips from George and Lil Mikey saying, "I'm Chris, and I like hanging out with my friends Manasquan and not my friends in Belmar." Shout out to him. Anti-shout out to Lee, because I told him I'd say that. Double anti-shout out to Lee.
Boo.
Anti-shout out to Bachelorette Hannah.
Boo.
Shout out to Joe the Box King, who got on. I don't know
He's
what he
going to
looks
be on
like.
Paradise, I think.
Yeah, he will be on Bachelor of Paradise. So he was on like a 10-second clip, and he made it onto the next show because of how cool he is.
Power move. Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, we're not going to let you go."
We got to anti-shout out Luke P. from The Bachelorette.
Oh yeah, anti-shout out Luke P.
But shout out to Peter the Pilot.
But shout out Peter the Pilot. Okay. Yeah, I think I should stop doing shout outs. We're done with my shout outs.
All right. You covered Schley and Mike DeLoe. Thank you, boys. Shout out Baker. Shout out MP. Mike Porter, thank you for the hypothetical.
Thanks, Mike.
What up, Murph? Shout out to our baby club, Emilio and baby Luca, Soup and Angelo, and a special shout out to Val, and an anti-shout out to Val's husband.
Anti-shout out Val's husband, that potatoed man.
I think that's all we got, Bonesy.
Enjoy the weekend, everybody.
God bless.